Good morning, students. Today, due to network problem, our Google Meet class was not so effective. Some of the students could not join it due to network problem, and sometimes there was problem of voice. So most of the students have requested to put this video. In this regard, today's chapter is diversity and discrimination. Though we have read it in detail about diversity and discrimination, so some of you have told me for the quick revision of the chapter. For that purpose, this video is here. Hope you will listen and enjoy it. Diversity and discrimination. Diversity means vividhata. Discrimination means फर्क करना, अंतर करना. In previous chapter, we have learned diversity, geographical diversity, diversity in our folk dance, in our culture, in our food, and this diversity is due to the difference in our living style. And this living style again depends on the different types of climatic conditions prevail in our country. Ladakh is cold, Kerala is humid and warm. So we have learned these things in our previous chapters. Here basically what we need to learn, diversity sometimes create differences. Sometimes we fail to understand why these people behave in this way, why his wearing clothes, why his way of doing work is different from us. So such type of thinking make us a sense of discrimination among the society, about which we are going to learn this chapter. After completion of this chapter, you must know what is the reason behind discrimination, how the constitutional framers have tried to overcome this problem, how they have made provision in Indian Constitution to counteract, to finish this discrimination, to finish this inequality. And basic two terms you have to understand: what is prejudice and stereotype thinking. If you know these things, it means you understand the chapter. So pay your focus. I will going to tell point wise a quick revision of the chapter. You see, here this is the prejudice. Prejudice means, in Hindi what you can say, prejudice means purvagrah. What is purvagrah? When we judge people negatively, or when we start judging a person's capability, talents negatively, it means we are prejudiced towards that people, towards that persons. जब हम किसी के प्रति एक नकारात्मक सोच बना लेते हैं तो पूर्वाग्रह से ग्रसित कहा जाता है. We should not do this. There may be different reasons, there may be different ways of doing things by the different people. There may be different reasons because of his living condition, because of his geographical conditions, because of his cultures. So we should not have prejudice about other people. One thing you should must make me very clear. Here in your book, prejudice means to judge other people negatively or see them as inferior. You see, we are not, nobody is inferior. God has given immense power to everybody. If somebody is handsome or beautiful, he may not be so wise. If somebody is not wise, he or she may be beautiful and handsome. So God has provided you different types of talents. So we should not prejudice about other persons. We should not think inferior about other persons. Here are some examples about our rural people. What we prejudice about our rural people. More than 50% of Indians live in villages. So this is our prejudice. हमने एक पूर्वाग्रह बना लिया है. Villagers do not care about their health. They are full of superstitions. अब हमने एक पूर्वाग्रह बना लिया है कि जो गांव के लोग होते हैं वो अंधविश्वास में बिलीव करते हैं. उनका जो है बैकवर्ड होते हैं गांव के लोग. But you see, if you tell these things to a people living in village or rural people, he will be angry with you. He will say, no, I am not superstitious. I am not backward. How you say villagers are backward? So such type of thinking is prejudice. We should avoid such type of thinking. If we have got certain prejudice about the urban people in cities care about money and not about people. So many points are written here. I am not going to read. You can understand it. Here I mean to say, whatever I have, due to social background, due to social thinking, or what our forefathers had told us, we should not put a person due to prejudice. We should not put a community in that category due to prejudice. पूर्वाग्रह की वजह से हमें किसी को ऐसा नहीं कहना चाहिए कि गांव का आदमी है तो ऐसा ही होगा, शहर का आदमी है तो ऐसा ही होगा. विलेज पीपल मे बी डिफरेंट व्हाट यू थिंक एंड अर्बन पीपल, शहरी लोग मे बी डिफरेंट व्हाट यू थिंक. सो वेयर व्हाट आई मीन टू से regarding prejudice, we have to broaden our thinking. We have to be positive about others. When you will be positive towards others, automatically the problem of inferiority, the problem of superiority will finish. Another thing is creating stereotype. What is stereotype? You must understand meaning of stereotype. Stereotype means रूढ़िवादिता. रूढ़िवादिता क्या है? जब हम पहले से ही सोच के रखे हैं कि गर्ल्स है तो फिजिकली वीक होगी, बॉयज़ है शरारती होगा. ओके, सो देयर आर सर्टेन पॉइंट्स आर रिटन हियर एंड ड्यू टू आवर social thinkings, due to our what our society has framed, we try to put girls and boys in that column, which is again wrong, which is not good. So stereotype thinking, creating stereotypes, may be due to the social norms, may be due to from very beginning of saying which make it continue from generation to generation. They are well behaved. Generally we put these terms for the girls, but boys are also well behaved. Some boy may not agree with this statement that only girls are well behaved. So here you see they are physically strong. So generally what we have got is stereotype thinking that boys are physically strong, but see this is not so. If you take the example of Geeta Phogat, a wrestler, a winner in Olympic Games, gold medalist in Olympic Games, so she will not agree. If Geeta Phogat had good give a slap to some normal people, either there is less chances of survive, मरी जाएगा वो तो. So how you can say girls are not physically strong? They are also physically strong. So such type of creating stereotype is very very wrong. We have to avoid such type of stereotype thinking. It may be correct, but it may not apply to every section of society. It may not apply to everybody. Here you see there is a cartoon. One disabled child is walking. Now these times disabled child word is removed from our daily uses. What we have to use for such type of student? special need child. So there is a question in the box, what you feel, this special need child should study with you or there should be separate school for them? I am very happy to say during Google Meet most of you have said very right answer, that these special need child must study with us, must study with the common people. What is the reason behind it? One student had replied very nicely that this special need child's requirement can be fulfilled by his friends, can be fulfilled by his teachers. But if she used to study with only special need childs, and if his or her friend are also a special needed student, who will help her? Who will help him? So in such type of situation, the life will become miserable. The life of special needs children will become very very difficult again. So we can say the special needs children should study with us, and there is no problem. We should not laugh at them. We should not prejudice about them. We should not have stereotype thinking about them. I hope you might have learned the prejudice and stereotype thinking. You see, inequality and discrimination. Sometimes inequality and discrimination, असमानता और फर्क करना. You see, this inequality is the reason of discrimination. Sometimes he used to discriminate on the basis of his or her economical background, social background, educational background. Sometimes he used to say the person who are speaking English is better than the person speaking Hindi, better than the person speaking Haryanvi. So such type of thinking again a hurdle in equality. This creates inequality. So wherever you feel there is difference between the economic level of two persons, as we have learned about the Samir Ek and Samir Do in the previous chapters. Samir Ek was rich, Samir Do was poor. Samir Ek was Hindu, Samir Do was Muslim. So this discrimination on the basis of religion, doing discrimination on the basis of economic status, doing discrimination on the basis of his culture and traditions is wrong. We have not to discriminate with our friends. We have not to put discrimination in our society. This is the main theme of the lesson which we should learn, we should practice in society. You see, the social science and political life book is make you responsible Indians. What we have to do to fulfill our peace, being human being of society, we have to do certain things in order to maintain harmony in society, and that can be only maintained when there will be no inequality. जब समाज में असमानता नहीं रहेगी, जब समाज में समानता की भावना होगी, बंधुत्व की भावना होगी, तो अंतर नहीं होगा, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं होगा. And you see, these things was very well defined in Indian constitutions. Our forefathers, the constitution framers, have very much serious about this issue. That is why they have put very strict provisions not to discriminate in society on the basis of caste, not to discriminate a person on the basis of religions, etc. So you see here, Indian framers of constitutions This is a story about the father of Indian Constitution, chairman of drafting committee of Indian Constitution, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, who has struggled to establish the equality in society. You see, the contributions of great scholar, Honorable Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, who was the chairman of drafting committee, has stressed in the Indian Constitution that anybody found practicing untouchability towards the other section of the society will hardly punish. So, this is the way how we can establish equality in the society. Here this topic is written, striving for equality. स्ट्राइंग मीन्स हमें समानता के लिए क्या क्या काम करना है, कैसे उसे समानता समाज में स्थापित करनी है, एंड दिस इज द वर्क डन बाय आवर फ्रेमर्स ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. हियर इन न्यू टर्म्स you are listening here, Indian Constitution. What is Indian Constitution? Though this topic is covered in class 7th social science and political book, but here you must know the Constitution is legal and living document according to which the administration of the country is governed. Constitution is our fundamental basis of administration. Everybody has to obey the instructions given in Constitution, and if someone is not obeying it, he or she will be hardly punished according to the provisions. So after getting independence, the framers of Indian Constitution had put very emphasis on how to establish equality in the society. Equality before law, equality before government. Here is a preamble. I have explained this preamble. Preamble means prastavana. Every book you read, so there is introduction in the beginning of the book. So though Indian Constitution is not a book, it is a living document, legal document. So before this opening of the Indian Constitutions, preamble is written. In fact, this preamble was written by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on 13 December 1946. And the source of preamble, the beginning of this preamble, we the people of India, हम लोग भारत के लोग भारत के समक्ष सोवरेन हैं. Sovereignty means a nation can make his domestic policy, foreign policy without any influence of other countries. This is sovereign. So India is a sovereign country because India can make its internal policy and external policy without the influence of any other country. That is why India is sovereign country. Socialist means every resource available in our country must be available to every section of society. Or in single line you may understand that socialist means every individual has possessed the right on the resources of the nation. So these are certain terms which we will learn in class 9th or further classes. So you must know the important terms of the preamble of the Indian Constitution which is written. You may find this preamble in your student diary. So go through it, and whatever problem you are facing there, you may write in comment box. I will reply in my further lectures. Thank you very much. Thank you again to all of you.